Body bags where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Body Bags. It's week 162, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86 here again. Now, before I get into my review, I have a few words to talk about, and this video might be a little longer than usual, but it's all good in the hood because this is very important stuff. As you know, this Thursday was the Fright chick's final review on Body Bags, and I wanted to dedicate this review to her because a lot of things. She's the longest member of Body Bags to this day, and it was her surreal moment when she left and stuff. Because as me being a former viewer of Body Bags before I was even on the channel, there was a few things that I want to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about like the past before I knew the person that you know as the Fright chick on Body Bags. If you follow her on our own channel, you know her as Madison Mayhem, but if you know her as a friend, you know her as Laura. And the thing is, when I first started to scope reviews on YouTube and Body Bags, there's a few certain reviewers that I cling to a lot, and Laura was one of them and stuff. And the first time I ever saw one of her reviews, I actually forget the film that she reviewed. But it was awesome because she is like one of the greatest entrances to a review ever, because she has like this awesome theme song with like Rob Zombie's Living Dead Girl. And it's just like a superstar moment. And when I was asked to join Body Bags after I started YouTube, almost a year now to this date, and stuff that I started on Body Bags. And I want to thank Double Shot Jay again, because he's the one who I filled in the Wednesday slot before. Now, a few things went to my mind when I was first going to be on Body Bags. Like, I was grateful and surreal at the same time. And another thing, I was thinking like, holy shit, I'm opening for the Fright chick and shit. And I'm like, oh God, I gotta make sure I don't suck, because I don't want to let any of the other guys down and stuff when I first started reviewing and stuff on Body Bags. Now, when I took over the channel for Moods and JP, I got to know a lot of the hosts, and I'm going to tell you about how I got to know Laura and what I think about her. She is one of the funniest and most generously nicest persons I ever met, and I'm honored to call her a friend. And it's a sad moment because when you lose your passion for making YouTube videos, I understand that, because even myself, I was in a rut when I first started. It's kind of like a chore at some points in your life. But as long as you get that passion again, because I did when I started like finding my own way and finding out what I wanted to do with my own channel, and plus my Body Bags reviews too, and it helped balance me, because Body Bags actually helped me build myself up to be a reviewer and entertainer for my own channel. So all I want to say is, Laura, whatever you decide to do in the future, me and the other hosts will support you, and we'll always be there for you. So stay gold, hun, and Body Bags for life. All right, that's enough of me babbling on about sad lovey. On the other note, that we actually got the debut of our new fill-in host. Slasher Junkie actually debuted for his first fill-in review yesterday, because, as you know, Abby is going to be taking Laura's spot. He'll be debuting this next week. So it's very exciting stuff, and he'll do a great job, and I'm very grateful to have all of my co-hosts that I have with me, and thank you for the forever support. Now, again, let's just stop babbling on and get into this review. Since this review is dedicated to Laura and her time on Body Bags, I decided to choose a film that fits well with, I talked about her theme song and stuff, so I decided to review from 1982 from the director Gene Roland, The Living Dead Girl. Yes. Now, the main plot of this one, what ends up happening is the these two guys end up dumping like this toxic waste in this crypt, which you never really see in a film before. You kind of do, but then you don't at the same time. It's been done like in later films, but not in like films from the early 80s until like maybe like Return of the Living Dead, but it's a little different scenario in a way. And this chemical waste ends up breaking free, and the fumes end up bringing alive our main character of Charlotte, who is a dead heiress. And we find out Charlotte has this craving for blood really early into the film, because when she wakes up, she kills the two guys, and she ends up roaming back to her old house that she used to live in. And she starts having flashbacks and stuff of her as a kid with her friend Helena, who actually ends up unexpectedly coming back to the castle and finding Charlotte there, and they reconnect. And we find out the only thing that could keep Charlotte alive is the thirst of blood. So what Helena does is feeds that desire pretty much. And it's an ever-going thing, because you know Charlotte as a character is kind of a very expected character, because she doesn't really want to be killing people to survive, and it dwells into the ending and the climax of the film. That is pretty much the main plot of this one, without going more crazy into it. Now, if you haven't seen a Gene Roland film before, his films before this were very atmospheric. There was some like blood and deaths in it, but this one was full-blown, like different for him as a film stylistically, because there is a shit ton of gore in this film. And it compels the story because of the story of the flashback sequence where we see the two young Charlotte and Helena as kids, and about being blood sisters, which dwells, and it goes all full circle at the very end of the film, which is a very sad thing, because you know when you see the performance of the actress who plays Charlotte, she is doing an amazing job keeping her sanity away, because actually the history is that she actually kind of they were worried about her stability during the performance in certain scenes. But yeah, Gene Roland kicks it out of the park with this one. It's very atmospheric, and it has some great cinematography in this film. It's really well done and beautiful. And another thing is the score is fucking awesome in this film. Some parts of the score actually remind me of, if you ever heard of the band Bajas. Of course, they famously known as for Bela Lugosi's Dead, but some of the score actually reminds me of that composition. Some parts of it, like there's a little stability of like bass and like drums and stuff that are really reminiscent of Bajas in a way, but this also has like this beautiful flute playing that dwells into the story, and especially in the surreal serenity scenes of this film. This film is not going to be for everyone, of course, because it is kind of like a weird, slowly paced film, but it has a shit ton of gore in it. And as a bunch of like other Gene Roland films, they are not for everyone. I do like a few of his films, of the ones I've seen, and this one's up there as one of his best in my opinion. If I had to rate The Living Dead Girl, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Fun treat, and if you like your French cinema and Gene Roland films and you haven't seen this one, it's def recommendable. Alright guys, that's it for this review, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, chill out and rock out to some Rob Zombie tonight, because I am for Laura. So peace out guys, I'll see you next week.